Hi, I'm Sir Dash Masong. Welcome to my college entrance test review, Verbal Ability, Part 3. Let's start. Verbal Ability 21. Vocabulary in Context. Word meaning. Despite her usual confidence, Maria felt ambivalent about accepting the job offer because she was unsure which city she wanted to live in. What does ambivalent mean? A. Indifferent, B. Uncertain, C. Certain, or D. Hostile. Again, despite her usual confidence, Maria felt ambivalent about accepting the job offer because she was unsure which city she wanted to live in. What does ambivalent mean? A. Indifferent, B. Uncertain, C. Certain, or D. Hostile. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Alright, the correct answer is uncertain. Okay, bakit? I-recall muna natin. Yung ambivalent actually means having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something, which results in being uncertain or undecided. Actually, may clue na dun sa sentence. Nabanggit sa sentence na unsure which city she wanted to live in. So this perfectly matches yung state of being torn between two options. Now, may tip dito. Yung root word na ambi, it means both. So it helps because it suggests being pulled in two directions at once. Alright, sir, bakit mali si ACD? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga word na to? Yung indifferent, it means not caring or having no preference, which is different from having conflicting feelings. Yung certain naman, ito naman yung opposite ng ambivalent kasi ang ibig sabihin ng ambivalent nga ay unsure. Yung hostile or hostile, it means angry or unfriendly. So unrelated naman to sa statement kanina na indecision ni Maria. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal Ability 22. Analogy. Sculptor is to clay as author is to what? A. Words, B. Paint, C. Kitchen, or D. Stethoscope. Again, sculptor is to clay as author is to what? A. Words, B. Paint, C. Kitchen, or D. Stethoscope. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is words. Medyo madali lang to. Let's recall, yung analogy, it tests the relationship between the two pairs of words. So dito, yung relationship is yung creator to the specific medium or raw material that they used. So yung sculptor, it directly manipulates yung clay to create sculptures. Again, yung sculptor, minamanipulate yung clay to create sculptures. Just as an author directly manipulates naman yung words to create yung mga stories or text. Take note na itong relationship must be parallel in both pairs. Yung first word is the professional and yung second naman is the fundamental material that they work with. Identifying the exact function ng first word is the key to identify or find the exact parallel for the second. Okay, but mali si B, C, and D. Of course, yung paint for the painter, yung kitchen naman for a chef, at yung stethoscope for a doctor. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal Ability 23. Subject-verb agreement. Indefinite pronouns. Neither of the two candidates blank qualified for the position. A is, B are, C were, or D have been. Again, neither of the two candidates blank qualified for the position. A is, B are, C were, or D have been. Go. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Alright, the correct answer is letter A is. So, ang statement would be, neither of the two candidates is qualified for the position. Maraming nalilito dito ha. I-recall natin yung indefinite pronoun. The indefinite pronoun here is yung word na neither. At yung indefinite pronoun na neither is always grammatically singular. Even though it refers to two people or things, take note of that. When neither or either is the subject and is followed by of plus plural noun, the verb must still be singular to match the pronoun. Again, the verb must still be singular to match the pronoun. Actually, ito ay classic na trap sa mga exams. Kasi yung students, they mistakenly think the plural noun na candidates should dictate the verb. But the pronoun is the true subject here. So neither yung true subject. Therefore, is the only correct singular verb choice in the present tense for this sentence. Okay, but mali si BCD. Mali to kasi lahat ng ito ay plural. Yung are, of course, alam natin na plural na present tense, yung where ay plural past tense. At yung have been naman is plural present perfect. So lahat sila hindi nag-agree sa sentence or sa subject-verb agreement na ito. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Verbal ability 24. Dangling modifier. Revision. Walking through the park, the flowers were beautiful. What is the best revision of this sentence? A. Walking through the park, the beautiful flowers were seen. B. The flowers were beautiful walking through the park. C. Walking through the park, I thought the flowers were beautiful. Or D. The beautiful flowers walking through the park were seen. Again, walking through the park, the flowers were beautiful. What is the best revision of this sentence? A. Walking through the park, the beautiful flowers were seen. B. The flowers were beautiful walking through the park. C. Walking through the park, I thought the flowers were beautiful. Or D. The beautiful flowers walking through the park were seen. Pause this video and try to answer it. Muntik na akong mabulol. Alright, the correct answer is letter C. Walking through the park, I thought the flowers were beautiful. Sir, bakit C? I-recall natin yung dangling modifier. Yung dangling modifier, it's a descriptive phrase that is not clearly and logically attached dun sa subject ng sentence. Kaya nga tinawag siyang dangling. So in the original, yung walking through the park, it incorrectly modifies yung flowers. Na para bang it makes like the flowers are doing the walking. No? Now, to fix a dangling modifier, ito yung ginagawa. The subject performing the action, for this case, yung person walking, must be placed immediately after the modifying phrase. Kaya, letter C yung sagot. Kasi sabi doon, walking through the park, I thought the flowers were beautiful. So yung I, nilagay siya right after the modifier. Now, bakit mali yung A, B, and D? Yung letter A mukhang tama pag binasa, no? Pero mali ito. It still implies that the flowers are walking because flowers is placed right after the modifier. Okay. Next, yung letter B, of course, sinabi doon, flowers were beautiful walking. So, it wrongly attaches pa rin the action of walking dun sa flowers. Letter D, ganun din. It still gives the action of walking to the flowers, no? Hindi sa person. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal ability 25. Sentence completion. Contrast signal. She appeared blank and composed during the interview, but her racing heart betrayed her nervousness. A. Frantic. B. Agitated. C. Exhausted. Or D. Serene. Again, she appeared blank and composed during the interview, but her racing heart betrayed her nervousness. A. Frantic. B. Agitated. C. Exhausted. Or D. Serene. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter D. Serene. Okay, take note muna ito. Yung contrast word dito ay yung but. It tells us na yung first part ng sentence must be the opposite ng second part ng nervousness and a racing heart. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng serene? Serene means calm, peaceful, and untroubled, no? So this perfectly describes someone who appears relaxed on the outside despite internal panic. So take note yung mga signal words. Ano yung mga signal words or dash? Yung mga but, o di kaya minsan however or although, crucial clues yun because they indicate a shift or opposition between the two ideas. Now, yung blank dito, if we analyze, the blank must describe a state of calmness to contradict yung hidden panic described dun sa second part ng sentence. Alright, sir, bakit mali yung ABC? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng frantic? Frantic means panicked or wild, so it matches yung racing heart, pero it contradicts naman yung composed. Yung agitated naman, it means nervous or disturbed. It matches din yung internal state, pero hindi yung external appearance. Yung exhausted naman, it means very tired. So, it's unrelated dun sa calmness or nervousness. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Hashtag, sana makatulong. Health break muna. Please take some water or snacks. And for more reviewers, please feel free to visit my social media account, yung Sir Dash Academy. Available sa YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Gumawa ako ng playlist, so please pakiclick yung playlist. Nandun yung bawat subject or yung full reviewers. Hanapin nyo dun yung full reviewers containing all my college entrance test review. At ang suggestion ko sa inyo, alamin mo kung ano yung subject na kailangan mo pang i-improve. For example, need mo ba format? So pwede kang i-replay mo yung mga math videos doon. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Verbal ability, 26. Idiomatic preposition. Verb plus preposition. The new employee found it difficult to blank the company's strict attendance policies. A. Comply to. B. Comply with. C. Comply for. Or D. Comply at. Okay, bago niya sagutan, huwag niyo munang i-judge yung new employee. Kasi baka naman may pinagdadaanan or nag-a-adjust pa kaya nahihirapan. Again, the new employee found it difficult to blank the company's strict attendance policies. A. Comply to. B. Comply with. C. Comply for. Or D. Comply at. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter B, comply with. Tip ko lang muna para sa mga magiging new employees. In the near future, malapit na kayo kasi nagre-review na kayo for college entrance test. So, okay lang kung nahihirapan sa simula kasi nag-a-adjust ka. So, be gracious to yourself. Pero mag-communicate ka properly sa supervisor mo. Okay, i-discuss na natin. Meron talagang discussion. Okay, comply. Yung comply is a verb that requires a specific preposition to complete its meaning. And yung correct idiomatic pairing ng comply ay comply with. So it means to obey or follow rules, requests, or standards. Now, sa English, marami tayong tinatawag na fixed verb preposition pairings. Ang tawag doon ay collocations. And using the wrong preposition is a common grammatical error na lumalabas sa mga exam. So wala naman talagang logical rule why with is correct, and it is simply how the English language has developed. So memorizing yung mga common collocation is essential kasi lumalabas to sa mga exam. Therefore, dito, with is the only preposition that correctly attaches to comply sa context na to. Okay, ba't mali yung A, C, and D? Comply to. To is not used with comply sa standard English, so grammatically incorrect to. Letter C, comply for. It implies a purpose naman or benefit. It does not fit the meaning of obeying rules. Letter D, comply at. Take note, yung at, it is never used with comply. So, it is completely incorrect. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal ability, 27. Pronoun reference, ambiguity. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, she realized it had a major error. What is the best way to rewrite this sentence to eliminate ambiguity? A. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, Anna realized it had a major error. B. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, she realized it had a major error. No change. C. When Anna handed Jenny the report, she realized a major error in it. D. Realizing it had a major error, Anna handed the report to Jenny. Again. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, she realized it had a major error. What is the best way to rewrite this sentence to eliminate ambiguity? A. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, Anna realized it had a major error. B. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, she realized it had a major error. No change. C. When Anna handed Jenny the report, she realized a major error in it. Or D. Realizing it had a major error, Anna handed the report to Jenny. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter A. When Anna handed the report to Jenny, Anna realized it had a major error. Bakit letter A? Tignan natin. Yung original sentence, it contains a vague pronoun na she, no? So that could refer to either Anna or Jenny, kaya mahirap mamintang. So which is called an ambiguous pronoun preference. So a pronoun, take note, must clearly refer to one specific antecedent. Ano? And when two possible nouns exist, the reader cannot determine who performed the action, si Anna nga ba or si Jenny. So paano ipifix ito? To fix this, you must replace the vague pronoun with the exact noun it refers to. So repeating Anna clarifies exactly who realized the error, so si Anna. Now, this ensures the reader understands the sentence without any confusion or without any ambiguity na nga. About who did what. Okay, but mali si B, C, and D. Yung letter B keeps the ambiguity because ganun pa rin naman, she could still refer to either Anna or Jenny. Yung letter C naman, ganun pa rin, gumagamit pa rin ng she without clarification, so the ambiguity remains unresolved. Letter D, it changes the logical sequence ng events, implying she realized the error before handing it over. So, na-alter na yung original meaning ng sentence. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal ability 28. Vocabulary in context. Synonym. Unlike permanent landmarks made of stone, the beauty of cherry blossoms is blank, lasting only a few days each year. A. Eternal. B. Fleeting. C. Solid. Or D. Durable. Again, unlike permanent landmarks made of stone, the beauty of cherry blossoms is blank, lasting only a few days each year. A. Eternal. B. Fleeting. C. Solid. Or D. Durable. Try to answer it on your own. Pause this video. Go. Commercial break muna. Kaya enjoy every season kasi maikli lang talaga yung buhay. So whatever season you are in, i-enjoy mo lang, kagaya ng beauty ng cherry blossoms. Alright. The correct answer is letter B, fleeting. Bakit fleeting? Okay. The word that correctly fills the blank is fleeting. Kasi nga, it means lasting for a very short time or passing quickly. Actually, may clue dito sa sentence. Yung lasting only a few days, ang ibig sabihin nun talaga ay fleeting. While the word unlike, tingnan nyo maigi yung sentence, it signals a contrast with permanent. Therefore, fleeting is the perfect synonym dito sa context ng cherry blossoms that bloom briefly. Okay, but mali si ACD. Of course, yung eternal means lasting forever, no? So, yun yung opposite ng lasting only a few days. Yung solid naman, it means firm or stable in structure. So, unrelated naman siya dun sa may duration of time. Letter D, yung durable naman, it means able to withstand damage. So, hindi rin to synonym for short-lived. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal ability 29. Sentence organization. Logical order. Arrange the following sentences to form a logical paragraph. 1. Finally, they take the test and receive their scores. 2. First, they must register online and pay the fee. 3. Preparing for college entrance exams involves several clear steps. And 4. After registering, they review for several weeks using study materials. A. 3241, B. 2413, C. 3421, or D. 1324. Again, arrange the following sentences to form a logical paragraph. A. Or 1. Finally, they take the test and receive their scores. 2. First, they must register online and pay the fee. 3. Preparing for college entrance exams involved several clear steps. And 4. After registering, they review for several weeks using study materials, kagaya nitong available sa Sir Dash Academy. A. 3241, B. 2413, C. 3421, or D. 1324. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter A, 3241. Bakit? I-explain natin isa-isa, no? Ang clue dito is to look for the topic sentence. Okay, yung sentence 3 ay yung topic sentence natin. Bakit? Kasi it introduces yung general idea ng preparing for entrance exams at ito yung nagsiset up ng sequence to follow. So, number 3 na yung topic sentence. From the remaining sentences, check carefully. Obviously, yung sentence 2, yung next doon, it naturally comes next. Bakit? It describes the very first action na kailangan gawin ni student, no? Dahil sa word na first. So, may mga clues ka kasi dito na word. So, hanapin mo yung mga signal words na yan. After that, logically, ang sentence 4 yung susunod. Bakit? It describes what happens after the registration, no? Meron siyang word na after registering. So, it indicates the next step. Lastly, yung sentence 1, it concludes the sequence perfectly with the word finally. So, it signals yung last step ng taking the test and getting the results, creating a smooth chronological order from start to finish. So, ang tip ko dito, hanapin mo yung topic sentence, tapos i-eliminate mo na yung mga mali yung, or hindi number 1 yung topic sentence. So, from here, eliminate mo na agad si B and D. So, si A and C na lang yung possible answer. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Verbal ability 30. Reading comprehension. Main idea. Read the passage below and answer the question. Despite the widespread adoption of smartphones, traditional wristwatches have experienced a surprising resurgence in recent years. Rather than merely telling time, they have evolved into fashion statements, status symbols, and health tracking devices. However, many experts argue that the primary driver of this comeback is not aesthetics, but the human desire for a discrete piece of technology that reduces screen dependency and constant notification fatigue. A. The question is, what is the main idea of the passage? A. Smartphones are obsolete compared to modern wristwatches. B. Wristwatches are returning to popularity mainly as a way to reduce screen time. C. Wristwatches are only useful for tracking health and fitness. Or D. Experts believe that watches are popular purely for fashion reasons. Alright, read it carefully and then try to answer it on your own. Alright, look for the main idea. The correct answer is letter B. Wristwatches are returning to popularity mainly as a way to reduce screen time. Sir, bakit letter B yung sagot? Okay, tingnan natin. Let's recall muna yung main idea. Yung main idea ay yung central argument the author is making. Take note of that. Which is supported by the majority of the text. Okay, let's analyze the passage. The passage mentions fashion and health tracking, pero the author uses the contrast word, however, to emphasize the expert's opinion about reducing screen dependency as the primary driver. So this signals that the core thesis is the desire to disconnect from smartphones, not just the external features. So look carefully. The other details about fashion and health are secondary supporting points lang. But the final sentence presents the author's main claim. Okay, sir, bakit mali yung ACD? Mukha naman tama kasi yung iba. Letter A, mali kasi it's an extreme and false claim. The passage actually does not say smartphones are obsolete or useless. Letter C, ito naman too narrow because the passage also mentions fashion and status symbols, not just health. Yung letter D naman, it contradicts the final sentence, which clearly states that the primary driver is not aesthetics or fashion. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Hashtag, sana makatulong. If you want a free digital copy of this reviewer, pinamimigay ko po ng libre. How? Just comment on this video, free reviewer, and I will send you the link. For more reviewers, you may visit the social media account ng Sir Dash Academy, available sa YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Sa YouTube, maganda kasi gumawa ako ng playlist kung saan doon yung makikita lahat ng college entrance test reviewers. Also, kung may mga subjects kang identified mo na kailangan pa man ng further review, for example, math, o di kaya chemistry, o di kaya physics, or verbal ability, kung ano mga subject na yon, hanapin mo sa playlist sa YouTube, yung subject na yon, nakakompile lahat. Hashtag, sana makatulong. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless.